Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Glad you guys were able to make it with us once again for that.
Bro code.
Hey,
back again.
Man, back again, bro. Man, how have you been, bro?
Man, just been, like maintaining, you know what I mean? And, and getting closer to God, you know what I mean? Knowing who Jesus Christ is. And, it's been a good journey, you know what I mean? And my walk has been excellent. But I'm definitely, ready to come back with a new attitude and more information for you viewers out there, and hopefully the information that me and my brother can suggest and provide for you guys can be of help somewhere, so.
Yes, most definitely. We're glad to hear that, bro. I know it's been a while. We've been busy doing a lot of
things.
A lot of life changes going on, but I ain't got to explain that. Everybody going through that, so y'all already know what it is. But look, bro, man, we got this story right here. And to be honest, I mean, y'all seen the title, but it's better when y'all just go ahead and watch the clip. We're going to get right back to you.
Developments and breaking news we brought you this time last night.
The Hennepin County Attorney's Office tells us 23-year-old Eddie Duncan is the man who killed his two cousins in North Minneapolis and was then shot by officers a short time later as he waved a gun around in Brooklyn Center.
Renee Cooper is live with new details about why Duncan was released from jail only hours before the shootings. Renee.
Lindsay, jail records show that Duncan bailed out of the Hennepin County Jail here less than 3 hours before Minneapolis police say he opened fire on his family, including a 14-year-old boy. And this is all sparking questions over his release. 23-year-old Eddie Duncan was booked into jail on February 15th, charged with possessing a machine gun and fleeing Robbinsdale police during a traffic stop. The criminal complaint says Duncan lost control and crashed before running away, and the officer noticed a modified handgun with the car. Fast forward to Monday, Duncan is released after posting a $35,000 bond, with conditions including he not possess a gun or ammunition.
This is absolutely every judge's nightmare, that you release somebody and then there's a tragedy.
That's former Hennepin County Chief Judge Kevin Burke. Some in this case, people have been critical, saying the judge should not have allowed for this guy's release in this case.
Well, that wasn't an option.
As Burke explains, except with cases involving the death penalty, Minnesota law mandates bail as an option, meaning it's not a question of if, but how much. Hennepin County has guidelines, but it's ultimately up to the judge. What kind of flexibility is there?
The amount that you'd set for bail is somewhat dependent upon the defendant's resources.
Duncan was appointed a public defender, Burke saying that signifies low income. He also has no felony convictions in Minnesota, though a court order issued a few days ago does show Duncan has refused to come to 3 court appearances.
If you looked at the amount of bail that would be set for somebody with a minor prior criminal record, that's a reasonable number. It just didn't work.
Now, the Hennepin County Attorney's Office also saying bail is a constitutional right here in Minnesota. A spokesperson says a judge set Duncan's bail in this case at the amount that prosecutors requested. They add that this amount is higher than typical for scenarios like this that they consider, and they say they did note a public safety risk in this case. Live in Minneapolis tonight, Renee Cooper, 5 Eyewitness News.
So, bro,
man,
one thing that hits me first after watching this clip right here is, okay, the young brother didn't have any felony convictions on his record.
Right.
But at the same time, he fled police.
Yeah.
And then he had a modified gun that he didn't have a permit for.
Right.
Which I take it he didn't have no permit for the gun.
Right. Now, when you say modified, did they say if it was like
he had a switch on it?
He had a switch. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So he turned it into a machine gun.
Right.
Where it just
straight automatic.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
All right. I got you.
So it's a situation right here where in your eyes, is this a dangerous criminal? Or no?
I mean, for one, there had to be a history that I think, where there was a paper trail left, where he was in jail anyway, you know what I mean? And then to get bail, which I feel he probably shouldn't have gotten if he, had the signs of erratic or violent behavior, whereas unfortunately when he did make bail, he acted on that, and then ended up unaliving, these unfortunate victims,
family at that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So, for me personally, I believe that the city dropped the ball because Minnesota says, well, hey, everybody is entitled to bail. It's not like that here where we live at, you know what I mean? In a lot of places, because it just depends on the crime or if you're a flight risk or anything like that, And I think that, if you have those boundaries implemented, you know what I mean? I think that could help a lot of situations like we just witnessed, on this clip from happening. So,
yeah. I would have to agree with you. The one crazy thing is that there is a bail set. See, okay, so I don't feel that. You know what? He shouldn't have gotten a bail. He should have just kept it.
Right.
I don't feel that way because of what he did, but at the same time, we do hear the stories of people who kill people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And they get a bail. And it's like, and then they go out and they kill somebody else. It's
right.
And this is just a situation where the young man didn't, what as far as what we know, he didn't hurt anybody prior to going to jail.
Right.
But then when he bailed out, he killed somebody. It's just one of those things. Is the money more important than the public safety?
It definitely should not be.
But it definitely seems like that.
Well, it does seem like that. You know what I mean? And that's unfortunate. I think they really need to start making some laws or voting on some laws to kind of change some of the laws they have up there. You know what I mean? Because I think that's kind of a dangerous law to have to say, well, no matter what you do, you're still eligible for bail.
Right.
I think that's dangerous. All you got to do is pay. Let's get that 10%.
Right. Right.
So, yeah.
That's what it's about right there. You know what I mean? Anything that you do in this country, you got to have a permit for. You know, and you got to pay for that permit, and then you got to pay a renewal fee for that permit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got to divulge all your information, which is understandable in some aspect for certain things.
Right.
But, now when we talking about criminal cases, should it be done the same way? And in my eyes, no. But that's just my personal opinion. I'm just putting my thoughts out there, so.
Well, I mean, like I said, I just don't think bail should be awarded to just everybody. And that's where I'm stick with.
Yeah,
I know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just going to stick with that, because again, we've heard so many tragic stories like the one we just showed here, of unfortunately people being let out on bail to go and finish what they started.
Dang.
So.
Man, yeah. I mean, y'all go ahead and leave your comments and let us know what you think about this clip right here. Let us know what your thoughts is. And, do you feel like the system is a bit off, giving bail to just any and everybody? Or do you feel like it's a fair system? What do you think? Remember to go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. And remember to smash that like button. And until next video, you all, peace.